Welcome survivalists, this is 7 Days to Die, Alpha 11.2. We'll get straight into it. We're going to start out by making a stone axe. Vital tool at the start. Harvest some plant fibers by punching the grass. Grab a small stone. Punch a sticky bush to drop a stick. With these three items we'll put together our first tool, the stone axe. Versatile, necessary. It will break, so be prepared to make plenty of them as you get started out. Next stage, grab a few more plant fibers, one to replace the stone axes that will break, and also to craft the bow that will be our first ranged weapon of the game. Gather all small stones, cotton, goldenrod tea plants that you can. Pretty much pick up everything that you can at the start until your inventory gets full, and then sort it out later. Bird's nests will give us feathers, which we'll use for the ammo for the bow, for arrows. Although that one didn't. Hopefully the next one will. Search all trash. You can find skill books in there which will allow you to make more heavy duty items, including armor and weapons. Some plants won't just yield sticks, they'll even yield logs. A log can be crafted into 16 planks, and we'll craft half those planks into sticks to give us 48 sticks. Still hunting for feathers. Some eggs, no feathers yet. With the zombies closing in on the outside, we're going to need some ranged weapons shortly. Melee in Alpha 11.2 is a lot harder than in previous versions. I tend to stick to ranged weapons in Alpha 11. Deer are a great source of food and leather, but without a bow, no chance. My 8 sticks will give 8 planks will give 32 sticks. Alright, some feathers. Each feather will make 5 arrows, so that's 20 arrows in the making there. Quickly craft our bow before the zombies get too close. And we're in business. The first time you make each recipe, you will need to place the items in the correct slots. Following that, you can just click the recipe on the left hand side. If you're not sure which menu a recipe resides in, you can use the search box up the top. Leveling up is a new addition to Alpha 11. Used primarily for making better armor and tools. The durability of any crafted item is an equation which is 10 times your level plus or minus 50. So at level 1 you can make 1 through 50 durability, so pretty faulty items that will break very quickly. Whereas by the time you're level 15 you'll be crafting 100 to 200 durability, which is a lot better off. Tools with higher tier of durability will do greater damage and plow through trees and stone and ores a lot more quickly. Nothing like a flawless pickaxe when you go mining. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to set up a base, imagining that you either don't want to or are unable to take over a prefab. Some more arrows. Fantastic. Getting well armed here. Keep picking up all the stones. You'll need them for ammo as well as campfires and forges shortly. And to replace your stone axe when it breaks, because it will. Going to set up camp across the river from this small town here. Then we'll go loot it the next day. Fat can be rendered into tallow, which is used for candles and torches. And then tallow can also be rendered into biofuel, should you want to make some gas cans later in the game. Clay is needed for our forges. To better yield this, we're going to make a stone shovel, a new addition to Alpha 11. Great little invention. Although they still break fairly easily, they dig through dirt a lot faster than your stone axe ever will. You can also use them to dig under trees to harvest trees, although this only works with the smaller trees. We get 2 pieces of clay here. That's enough to make 3 molds for our forges. Worth grabbing now, seeing we're coming straight across it. The cotton we're grabbing, we're going to use to turn into cloth. 2 cotton make 1 cloth, and then the cloth we can use to make a bedroll, so we've got a respawn point in case we die, and also to make armor and other sundry items like bandages and weapon repair kits. Now just to find a nice flat piece of ground to build our base upon, and start harvesting all the trees we'll need. Also pays to clear the area of zombies during the daytime, as they are a lot easier to deal with in the day than at night. Now to save you the pain of watching me chop down every tree, you will find that I'll cut the video over the trees just to speed things up a little bit. For large trees, use a stone axe. You'll get a better yield and it's more efficient. For medium trees, it's a matter of preference. You can use a stone axe to chop it down, or you can try a stone shovel to dig under it. I'll try and demonstrate both methods as we go along. Trees will also drop seeds from time to time. These can be replanted so that you can have a somewhat renewable source of lumber. Mineral oil. Excellent. Although a lot of new players tend not to use it, it's a very sought after item for veteran players. using them to make weapon repair kits to restore firearms. The logs I've harvested at the start, I'm going to turn into planks, and then turn those planks into wooden frames. For the base I'm going to build, I'm going to need around 70 wooden frames. As well as a lot of further logs to make wood log spikes, and planks to upgrade those wooden frames and wood spikes. Glass panes that you find at the start are a handy source of material to make glass jars. If you come across a desert, you can harvest some sand, but there's never any guarantee that you'll come across a desert. So, best to keep those glass panes. Skill book, fantastic. Each skill book will unlock certain recipes. There are 9 in total. Collect them all. If you've already read a skill book, it will tell you that you already know the recipes. This tree on the slope provides a perfect example to dig under, as we can attack the dirt that's under it directly. We'll try again with this one, see how we do. For that one we needed to dig 2 pieces of dirt. Ah, pistol. Fantastic. Although it's broken, we can repair it with a weapons repair kit. We've got the oil, we just need some metal strips and cloth, and get cloth from cotton, so that's pretty easy. Don't need these flowers just at the moment, so I'll just replant them, keep the place looking good, and we can always come back and get them later. Time is an issue, although it's only just after midday. At 6 o'clock in the evening, the sun will set, and shortly after that, the zombies will start running. Though they can't quite run as fast as a player, it can come from all directions. And if they hit you, they can stun you, and that's a very messy business. So we'll be setting up a base that is fairly resistant to a large number of zombies, probably up to about 20 or 30. There are wandering hordes in the game of about that size, so that's what I'm aiming to be resistant against. However, any 7th day hordes, that will include cops, they spew block eating vomit. That's a bit harder. This first base will just get us through the first week. Always try and keep zombies on level ground if you're fighting them. And a pro tip, if you keep it coming from a cardinal direction, north, south, east or west, then that will reduce the amount of strafing the zombie will do. If they're coming straight at you on a level ground, much easier to get those headshots in. That's a good amount of feathers. We'll be well armed for our foray tomorrow. Alright, so we've got enough wood frames. Now to craft some spikes, I need 16 at least to get one row of spikes around the base. Any more later on is a bonus. And my inventory was full when I got out of the crafting then, so the item dropped on the ground. Just be careful if that happens. Lest all your good work go to waste. Oh, plenty of arrows. Alright, back at base. Just fast forwarded for your convenience. We'll start building it up. I tend to put 9 frames in the bottom. The one in the center I don't upgrade. I can always remove it later and dig a tunnel down should I want or need to. Previous alpha versions I only built the base 4 blocks high. This one I'm going to build 5 because with the addition of gore blocks the zombies can start scaling heights. So 1 extra block of height is an advantage. Around the outside of the top row, I'm going to put a lip, and this helps prevent spider zombies climbing up, as well as giving us a larger platform to work with up the top. Use your stone axe to upgrade the wood frames, providing you've got wood planks in your inventory. You'll need a few hundred wood planks to upgrade a small base. A few more wood frames will do. Zombies tend not to be able to jump over gaps, so I'm going to put a little bridge leading into the base with a gap so that we can jump over, but the zombies tend not to follow. Two space gap was actually better. Previously a 1 space gap was fine, but now with the gore blocks you can find that a body might fall and fill that gap, and then when it turns into a gore block it's made a bridge into your base, so best to leave 2 spaces. Fast forwarding for your convenience. Upgraded the base around the structure. Just going to make a few stairs to go up the ramp so I don't have to frog jump up. Alright, it's coming along. Oh, out of wood. Gonna have to harvest a little more wood. Still got 2 hours of daylight, so I think we're gonna be okay. be careful when you're placing wood spikes that you're not standing too close to the block that you're placing it on, lest you damage yourself in the process. Wood frames that haven't been upgraded are flimsy when it comes to zombie attacks, so best to upgrade each wood frame at least once. These seeds that we got from the trees I'll plant now to help make sure that we've got a supply of lumber in the future. I tend to plant them a little way away from the base so that they don't occlude the view of incoming hordes. Just having a quick look around for some food in case there's a pig or a deer going by. Doesn't seem to be anything at the moment. Just in this last hour of sunlight where it's still quite safe to be out and about. There's definitely an opportunity now to take out any zombies in the area. I need a stick to be able to make a stone axe. And for arrows, so best to make some sticks. If an item's in your inventory, you can shift click it and it will go to the next available spot on your hotbar. Well, now it's after 6 o'clock. Should a zombie come along now, it will be running. However, the base is ready enough to handle a few zombies. And all we need to do is go upstairs, jump across the gap, and we're safe. This base has no great protection against hornets, however. So if you have a hornet, you can go down in the center and be a lot safer from it. That way it's only coming in from one direction. Alright. Now put down a couple of storage chests. Use the torch that we started with as an initial light source. Make a couple of campfires. Although we don't have a cooking pot yet, we can use a stick to cook over. You can even fill a can with water from the river and then cook that water as a water source. If I had killed a pig or a deer or a rabbit at this point, now's the time that I'd be charring the meat of it. Actually, no. Keep that pistol on us at the moment. And we're going to use one of the pipes that we've got, because we got two, we were lucky. So one will turn into metal strips and make some weapon repair kits to get that pistol up and working again. All these other items not so needed at the moment. Let's make a little bedroll, so we've got a spawn point in case we die. And time to get some pants on. However, that did use up all our cloth, so I'm going to need to get some more cotton to be able to make a weapons repair kit. As you can see, the recipe's down in the dull yellow, meaning I haven't got the ingredients ready to make it. Let's plant these seeds. The darkness of nighttime now is much greater compared to previous alpha versions. In some biomes you'll find there's a lot of fog at night as well, so I tend not to build in forests or plains. Water, when you drink it, gives a little stamina boost, so I'm going to use that to my advantage. It takes stamina to chop at a tree, and with greater stamina you do more damage against the tree. So let's drink the water and speed up the process a bit. There we go. Now we did clear the area, or as far as I knew, of zombies during the day. That should take over into the night. However, some things can cause zombies to spawn, and they are able to spawn randomly in hordes. So, best to keep your wits about you, and be ready to run and jump up onto the top of the base should they come. Down the center well, I'm going to make some ladders to drop down there so that I can go up and down through that area should I need to. The leftover stairs we can use to burn and fuel the fire. Alright, let's fill this can with water. Handy to have a small lake or puddle or river nearby when you're starting out, just so you've got a relatively convenient source of water. Cook it over a stick. Just need 20 seconds of fuel. I'll use the stairs, there we go. 12 seconds each, okay, I'll use one more. Alright, leave that cooking. There we go, that's done. And we get the can back, so we can repeat that process should we need to. So that can that you get from your first can of chili, hold on to it, just in case. When you get more cans you can break them down to scrap metal and use them for iron. Or once you've got a cooking pot you can scrap all your cans because you'll be using glass jars. Alright, bit of cloth to make that weapons repair kit. Our pistol will be up and running. I think that's probably where I'll leave you for day 1. We'll see you in the morning of day 2 when I head into town and show you the next elements of the game. Each weapon repair kit normally restores 40. Ah, green pistol, fantastic. Good quality headshots should kill.